This is Iddo community, nestled right in the outskirts of Abuja city center. Today, we will be exploring its present challenges, its vibrant culture, and remarkable developmental stride. I am Maryam Idris, your host, and this is Inside Abuja. Let's dive in. Just a few minutes' drive from the busy heart of Nigeria's federal capital territory is Iddo, a community living between two worlds. On one side is the fast growth of a modern city, and on the other, the rich traditions of its indigenous people. Iddo is mainly home to Bagi people, the original inhabitants of this land. Over the years, the community has welcomed people from different tribes who came in search of safety and opportunity. Today, Iddo stands as a diverse and vibrant settlement. But beneath this growth is a story of struggle and survival.
Iddo Sarki, although I heard Iddo, this seat we heard from our forefathers. Iddo started about 200 years ago, more than that. But they were living during colonial administration. They were living inside forest. Back here, you will see a hill. From there, they after the slave trade abolished, our people come to down, stay at, there's one place called Iddo. That place was called Gugu. From there, when civilization start coming, people now come to down. Iddo people now come to this side. Some people going to still remain in that place called Iddo. Some people move to Gui, where they call Banchia. That is a little nowhere and no. So now we call Iddo. The Iddo is at, in that area there was a hill during slave trade where they catch people during colonial administration. The people use that top hill. The way they enter there, they climb that hill, they sight everywhere. That is why they give that name, Iddo. That means eye. So when you climb there, you see everywhere because they are inside forest. So when you see, if there's people, if those people are coming, they will see it. If their enemies are coming, they will see it. They will not know, run to the hiding place. That is where we come to Iddo. And Bagi, we are farmers. In fact, in those days, when the government did not, say things are changed, Iddo is among of a great farmer in Abuja. But with coming with the development, every development comes with its problems. Most people, if you plant yam, before the yam germinate, if you are planting somebody, the following day somebody will come and remove it. Myself, I do farm more than 10,000 tubers. But now it's no more because of those problems, challenges. We plant rice, corn, most of things, millet, beans, soybeans, and so on. We have a culture, Bwali culture have so many. We have Gunu, we have Nagokaka, we have women dance, we have youths. So many, we have them. We remember them, and we have festival every year. and with the communities that we are living with them, all the other tribal leaders, we always have meeting 2 times a month to know our problem, to know each other. Because the problem of Igala, we normally refer it to Igala community. I'm such example. Because we as a Baji, we cannot know their culture. And we give them opportunity, every of them, every community to rely with them, so that we should live without problems.
For Iddo, Gwadi culture they different. There's a God culture one in the dance. There's a God culture one in the do. Like now, as my father died, he said, "What to do in culture? I will buy around, buy drink, we carry around to engrave, go and slaughter the ram, and people will dance." That is our Baji culture with that. Number two, if you want to do our culture, if you now, like an example now, if I want to do my culture, I will invite people when they will beat drum. And also Gwari have a drum, when they beat. Maybe this time the musician. Our Gwari have our own culture. We have smoke drums, we have big drum. And that big drum, if you want to beat them, if you did there, you surprise how do they take beat this you cannot tear and cannot tear. And if they start beating here, even if for primary school, you must hear the sound. You see people with weather. That is true. And God culture, the one I know, maybe somebody won't marry. She don't want put her for inside culture. They will carry our this thing, our Gwari cloth to wear it. That is our Gwari culture again. As our Iddo develop, see, as the time when it develop, anything was changed. As the thing when it changed, it be like a Muslim and Christian. Everything to come begin to change. That is we are moved with a Christian and Muslim to do at uniform. And nobody compared our culture. But some people when they have old man for their house, they see they did the culture.
The calm life of Iddo is now under serious threat. The land the people depend on is being claimed by the government and the military. Suddenly, signboards appeared, ordering residents to leave their homes. The fear of demolition hangs heavily over the community, leaving thousands of families uncertain about their future. Alongside this, residents are worried about the lack of basic amenities and the long neglect of their community.
The most challenges now in Iddo community that we are facing, one is a military taking over our land. But what we are facing a lot is that sometimes they will come and harassing people, harassing community. But it was not to me, it is not a problem, because we are Nigerians. We are not from any other country. So what we are fighting with them, we are not fighting the government, but we are fighting for our right. You see, Garki, this place called Maitama, people were there. Kukwaba, people are there. Other places, other people are there. But because of the overriding government purpose, those people were compensated. But I don't know whether it's full compensated, all this, but they are compensated and located. So it go on will not be different. We are not fighting government, but we are asked government to do the right thing. If our land or our ancestral land are located to military, the government should come up and tell us this land allocated to military. Now, this is where we are taking you to, so that we should be free from embarrassment. We took this issue to government. We write to the minister, and from minister we have conversation with National Assembly. And now, right now, our issue are in National Assembly.
A challenge for the Iddo, we have challenges. And the challenge what we have is Nigeria Army. They are disturbing us. And see, we are there for their land. That is challenge. What we have from Iddo. I will not have any challenge. Even though now they bring this challenge out, so they here, nobody come and disturb us. Now only them. As they came, I myself, I go to defense. Two, we go to National Assembly. Even now, our issue is still there for National Assembly. The National Assembly will go no be 2 times, no be 3 times. We need Nigeria to help us talk with them. We are all Nigeria. We are not the outside people. Since when our father born us, we are idle here, we don't know any place. That is challenge what people have with Nigeria Navy.
Beyond the fear of displacement, Iddo suffers from deep neglect. Even though it is close to the city center, basic services are still missing. There is no standard healthcare facility, no senior secondary school for the children, and electricity remains unavailable for many homes. The people of Iddo are witnessing development around them, yet they are left out of its benefits.
Military are disturbing us here, collected our farmlands, threatening us to demolish, that they are going to demolish Iddo, place the signboard inside Iddo community. The Navy even put it in written that pack and leave. All the properties here will be demolished soon. Pack and leave here in this Iddo community. And again, we have a problem of electricity. That is NEPA. We are shedding light, and again, we don't have light the way they are shedding. So, number 3, we don't have enough water, drinking water. We don't have boreholes, and we don't have enough water. 4th, we don't have a government senior secondary school. It's only UBE, that is junior secondary school. Then you can see we are living in big community in Iddo here, but we don't have senior SSC, senior secondary school in Iddo here. So we are complaining to government that they should help us and bring a senior secondary school for us here. And if government will add more transformer for us at Iddo here, then we appreciate. And again, we have a most challenge. They have, like Iddo division, they are trying, but they have to send more policemen to inside the Iddo division, because we like thieves are normally disturbing us in Iddo community. Enter burgling house by house, shop by shops, removing some people's property in Iddo community here.
Oh, we are living in Iddo fine, but we have some many challenges in Iddo, especially light, and they are rationing the lights. We are not, sometimes even the rationing, sometimes we no dey see. Like we where we dey do business, I dey sell kunu, I dey sell zobo, I dey sell everything, but there is no light, and we are buying block, we women, 1,800 for one block like this. Before you say you see your income, you no go see am. And again, secondly, we need, they should help us like shop now. We used to get one small market where we dey do, we can't pay for shop, and Iddo here doesn't have a market, big market that women will gather and sell. We doesn't have it. And water again, some people have water, some didn't have. Before you go fetch water for a jerrycan is 100 naira. One jerrycan is 100 naira. So if I have a huge family like 10 children, before we use that 10 jerrycan is something, is money. So we are pleading for government, they should help us. And again, secondary school, I have a grandchild that is schooling here. When he finish a JSS, I don't know where he's going, because I don't have money that I will provide him to go another school because of the transport.
We are feeling good, sometimes we are not feeling good. We are facing challenge in this Iddo. With all those army, soldier, we say no time where they don't pack us, come on, but we just thank God. The best thing to do, let the government watch and see. Well, the best thing to do, we are begging the government, please let us look about something. Try to help us.
We visited the primary health care center in Iddo and spoke with a health worker who shared disturbing facts. The center lacks enough staff, with many workers serving as volunteers just to keep it open. There is no electricity to power medical equipment or even provide light at night. Essential drugs are scarce, and there is no proper furniture for patients, making treatment extremely difficult. The condition of the primary health care center reflects the wider struggle of the community. Iddo urgently needs attention, support, and resources to improve its healthcare system.
Most of us working here in Iddo PSC, we are voluntaries. We are working as voluntary staffs. So, especially in clinical aspect of it, we only have like 2 staffs in Iddo PSC in clinical aspect. Then, whereas in terms of lab, I think we have up to 2 to 3 clinical staffs in the lab section. So, that is it in terms of clinical staff or permanent staff aspect. Then the other challenges we have is here we don't, in Iddo PSC, we don't have 24 hours light, especially in terms of delivery. Just of recent that some organization, non-governmental organization, came and installed a solar, but it doesn't take all. So not all the wards has this solar power source of light. So it's another challenge for us. And also in terms of drugs, we actually buy drugs ourselves. So the little token we have, that is what we use to buy drugs. So we don't have any support for drugs in the PSC. And also in our reception here, you can see our chairs, our desks are not in order. So we still have challenges in that aspect. The federal government should try and employ, because most of us have been here for about 8 years, 10 years doing voluntary work. So if at all, they can consider and make employment to the volunteers first, because we'll be staying, we see a staff coming from outside. We, the volunteer, will not be the one training that clinical staff to become a staff or to become a clinical worker in the facility, whereas the volunteer have been there for many years, they are not being employed. So my message is that the government should try and employ the voluntaries first, so that at least that gap will be filled up. Then secondly, our equipment that we used to work, the government should also try to support us with some equipment, the desks and the chairs and the office tables, so that the work will be smoothly.
Iddo now stands at a turning point. It is a community rich in history and hospitality, yet trapped between neglect and displacement. As Abuja continues to expand, a crucial question remains: will the indigenous people of Iddo be included in the future of the FCT, or will they be pushed aside in the name of progress? The people of Iddo are not just asking for land. They are asking for dignity, for education, for health care, and for the right to exist. With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Inside Abuja. See you next time for another interesting edition. I am Maryam Idris. Bye for now.